I'm here with Yousri Belgaroui, UFC debutant, UFC winner at UFC Vancouver. How are you feeling right now, my brother?
Feeling great. I was long awaited to make the debut, and it went just as planned.
Yeah, amazing debut. Big underdog against a fighter that has had two very impressive performances in Azamat Bikoev. Everyone was doubting you. A lot of people didn't even know why you were in the UFC in the first place. I think you proved them why.
Yeah, and that's exactly good. I mean, the UFC didn't sign me on the contender series that night, so I was happy to be able to step up against a tough opponent, where a lot of people didn't want to fight him because of the hype he had behind him. So that was like perfect for me, kind of like a sink or swim thing, and I think I fly.
Yeah, I think he did very well. Like I said, a very good opponent. 2 fights, 2 first-round finishes, and the hype was insane on this guy. And you came in, and you took all his hype now. He wanted to fight in December. Now you are the guy that wants to fight as soon as possible as well. You took all of his momentum. You want to be back in December?
For sure, yes. I mean, or maybe earlier. I have no injuries. I'm still fit. My weight didn't go up too much. So, of course, I had some pizza the first few days, but I'm already dedicated to my next fight. Very excited to get in there again. I love the whole thing around it and the fight itself. Fighting for the UFC. Of course, I was lucky with a great crowd there, but I'm sure the next event will be good too.
So before this fight, you were known more as a teammate of Alex Pereira than as Yousri Belgaroui, right? Do you think that has changed now with this one?
I mean, Alex is a superstar, and it's really cool to be known as the cornerman and sparring partner of Alex. And I'm trying to make a name for myself as a UFC fighter, but I don't care how people know me or whatever. I have my journey, and I'm just trying to enjoy the moment and trying to get as far as possible and keep enjoying the peak experiences. And that is the ones where I have to fight, but as well the ones where I have to be there in the corner and in his fight week. So that's both amazing to me.
So, like you said, you fought on Contender Series, you fought there twice. One time you lost because you had Lyme disease, you almost died the week before your fight, and then the second time in 2024, you won your fight, but Dana deemed it not impressive enough. That's obviously is a big learning experience for you. I think that you have grown from that fight as well. What would you say about that moment? How did you experience this at the time?
I mean, I think I did very good for a fight, but not for a contender. I didn't really understand the concept of Dana White contenders. If I had to do it right now, I would just go there and go crazy and try and finish in the first minute, But I went there as a professional. I tried, to see my opponent hit, don't get hit, and finish it when the time is there. And the time came in the third round, knocked him out. First, did a lot of damage. So it was very good. And but again, for Contender Series is not what I want to see, and I fully understand that. And I kind of like that concept too. But I'm happy I'm in the UFC right now, where you can actually use a game plan, be a smart fighter, still bring the damage, still bring the KO, but in a more tactical and intelligent way.
Yeah, Dana White Contender Series isn't really your thing for your fight style, right?
I mean, I can do it. I don't like that way because it's. I mean, you would never see me in power slap either. You know what I mean? It's just a different concept, and yeah. I mean, I'm more dialed in for the UFC fights.
And how did it feel though when you were sitting there? You won your fight impressively. It was pretty easy. Obviously, some problems with the eye pokes and whatnot, but you sat there. I think you were confident that you were gonna get a contract. How did it feel when he said no?
No, that was a bummer, and I had to deal with it. I'm very lucky with Glover and Paul in my corner, and the way that they teach me about fighting and about life. It's amazing. I mean, that night I already, I accepted what happened and moved on to the next thing, and yeah, so that wasn't really too hard because of them.
So after your Contender Series fight, a lot of people were doubting you. They were saying, "Oh, you're only here you only got the opportunity because you're a teammate of Alex Pereira. You're not as good as him, or you should not be in the UFC in the first place. So was there any doubt or any pressure from your side when you were facing Belgaroui?
No doubt at all. I knew my level. I know my level. Of course, pressure. Every fight's got the same pressure. I think that's the only way you can perform on your best. Not more pressure than other fights for me. And the fact that he was a very big talker, but also a very technical, high-level fighter, of course, made me locked in more. So, but this is more about my training camp. So I didn't leave no stones unturned. I was fully locked in because of the big opportunity of fighting for the UFC, and also because of I knew he was not gonna be a cookie or a walk in the park. So, and he thought the other way around. He probably thought I was a walk in the park. So maybe he didn't have his full, didn't train as good as he's supposed to be doing, or I don't know what he did, but I know he was underestimating me. I was not overestimating him. I knew he was good, but I knew I could get him. I know my level, and I'm training every day with the best guys in the world. I mean, if we're just gonna analyze it, Alex is the best striker in the world. You got a few guys who got really, really high wrestling, and of course, Glover is one of the best grapplers in the world. So, if you make that together, and I'm not drowning in the gym, I'm not dying every day, and I'm doing a pretty decent job. So that of course gives me a lot of confidence to know that I can hang with those guys, even with Iron Belgaroui.
Yeah, so I personally thought that you had a very good chance of beating Belgaroui. That's because not of what we've seen in the octagon yet. I believe that you training with the best in the world, you training with Glover, you would improve yourself enough, right, to beat a guy like Belgaroui. Do you feel like in your last outing, Dana Contender Series, and now that there's a big difference, a different Yousri now?
No, I mean, I think I did a pretty good job there in Contenders, not for the concept, but for as a UFC fighter. That guy was a pretty hard guy to finish, and I finished him. Also, I don't think you say that because you didn't see me perform. You follow me for a while, and you saw me perform here for the title at LFL. You saw me a few times in UAE, so you know what I can do in the cage and not just on training. So I think that's the difference between you and many casuals or many people that didn't jump on the train yet, is they don't know, and I can't blame them. They know me as a sparring partner, as Alex, and even there we don't show a lot of footage. Just recently in Vegas we showed a little bit, and then they were, oh, he can hang, So you gotta open the eyes of people. This fight opened a lot of eyes, and now we just gotta push through. I'm ready to go very active and climb fast. No hurry, of course, but I want to go, and I mean, it's not my goal to open people's eyes, but my goal is to perform, and the eyes will open.
Yeah, the only issue with a lot of people was, obviously in the striking, you would be the better guy. The ground game was a bit of an issue for people before the fight, but looking at the fight now, looking back on the fight, you did more damage on the ground even, and I think that's part of the reason that you had him so tired and had him so hurt going into the third, right?
Yes, for sure, yes. I mean, we worked so hard on the ground, and Glover told me you improving by 100% every time, So, I mean, just him saying that, of course, means a lot to me. But I also feel it. I see it in the wrestling, in the grappling with the guys. And yeah, Belgaroui, I didn't know what he was gonna bring there. I saw he was smothering all his opponents on the ground, and whenever it didn't work standing, he put it to the ground and just killed them. I was gonna see, I know I have D1 wrestlers there that are so strong, but what if you get in there and that guy is stronger than them? You don't know, because you never felt that before. But as soon as he got me, he got on my legs and laid and prayed there for a while, I felt his power is 80% or 70% of the guys I train with, so that already showed me, like, this is not gonna be a good night for you.
Yeah, you're a glory kickboxer, one of the best of your generation. You fought Alex, you fought Izzy, you had very good fights against them. Still, there were some people saying, Azamat, he can finish Yousri wherever you want. Have you seen those comments. And what do you think of this? Because I find it a bit ridiculous that they thought that he could beat you in this strike.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them, they're kind of new to the game, so they don't even know what happened in the years before in the kickboxing. And also they see him flooring people, knocking people out. I mean, he got a lot of finishes. He got a record of like 20-1. He's never been finished before on the feet. I think, I can't even blame them for saying those things. I knew that wasn't gonna happen. But then again, he is a pretty good striker, and we had to see on fight night what was gonna happen, and yeah, there was a level to it.
You have a lot of momentum now. I think that the UFC sees that as well, and I think that they know you're a kickboxer. Kickboxers much more active than MMA fighters overall, right? So I'm hoping that the UFC will push you a bit more to get you a few more fights. So I don't want to look too much ahead, but if you look at the division, if you look at the rankings, who do you think is the best striker and overall fighter in the middleweight division?
Oh yeah, it's pretty stacked, the division, right? So there's a lot of fighters. Everybody got their own style. You're specifically asking me the best striker.
Because you're a striker.
Yeah, I think Izzy still got that. I think he's still the best striker there, and maybe
Even with his loss versus Imavov?
I think he's a better striker than Imavov. Doesn't mean he don't win the fight, because we're still fighting MMA. But I think he is the better striker. But maybe just the it could be anything, right? But let's give an example. Like the takedown threat could take a lot of your striking. So I don't know what happened there. But
And MMA striking then? Let's put it like this.
no, still Izzy.
Okay.
I think he's I think he's still up there. Best overall fighter right now would be probably the champion, Khamzat. But I think it's pretty close with those top fighters. I think every fight can go different ways. I think it's pretty close, pretty stacked, and it's hard to rate now.
And obviously, like I said, you don't want to look too far ahead, but do you feel like you need to improve yourself a lot to get into the rankings, to get into the contender spot, or do you feel like right now I am good enough to be in the rankings?
To be honest, I think I could win a lot of those fights right now if I would be matched up with any of those guys. But to your question, you're saying you think you need to improve. Yes, I will improve. I will improve every day. Even if I was a champion right now, I would have the same answer. I want to improve every day. Specifically, people will ask me, is your wrestling level good enough? Yes, that I'm improving every day too. I'm working on that, working my ass off on that. And then I'm also working on my striking. So I'm improving, and I love to do that because I love the process. And, I will be tested. I will get fights where I'm maybe underdog, maybe not. But I know I will be ready for every opponent that they put in front of me. And it's not gonna be ranked fighters now unless they call me for a step up, because I will do that. And I will be ready.
You have a name in mind now because you want to fight in maybe Qatar or UFC 323, I mean?
Yeah, you just heard me call with my manager, and what I said is I'm ready to fight whenever soon, right? Because my weight is okay. I'm healthy and have no injuries. I saw there's a lot of middleweight fights coming up. So yeah, if somebody falls through, I will be there to step up. But if they want to, fill a spot, because I think there are some spots left, I'm not sure, but I'll be ready to fight too.
Always in your card, another Dutchman, Reinier de Ridder, lost in the main event on UFC Vancouver. Did you watch this fight, and what did you think of it?
Yeah, I feel really bad for him because he did so well in the first round. Yeah, I was there when he did a weight cut. It was a really tough weight cut. Also, it's his 5th one this year.
You think that played a role?
Yeah, that's why I say it, because I've seen it happen before with Alex in his fight where he did too much of a weight cut against against Izzy when he was also very, very active. I think it can have a toll on your performance in a very hard 5-round fight. So not to bring up excuses for him or for a loss. I just say I feel very bad about him losing because I saw how hard the weight cut was, and that could have been a toll on the fight.
It's interesting because you guys have trained together, right, in the Netherlands. Now both of you train in the US, not together, but you have trained with him.
Yes.
What would you say about his skill set?
A skill set? I mean, that's
does he have it to become a UFC champion?
Yeah, I trained with him, and he showcases all his skills, and it speaks for itself what he did last year. His grappling is phenomenal, and his striking is improving, and also, I mean, he finished some guys striking wise, right, or pressured them and got them. So the people that say he only got ground, they got to swallow their words as well. I think he got it in him to be a champion. So let him recover for this, and then we'll see 2026. He's still up there. So everything can change in his next fight again, to be up there again.
You're training with Teixeira, obviously, under Teixeira with Alex and a lot of other Brazilian fighters. There seems to be some kind of beef between your team and the Dagestanis. I saw the story of Alex after the fight, him saying, well, what type of excuses do they have now? And then Bikoev actually answered, I don't know if you've seen this, I'll show you, him saying that he beat one of you guys' teammates. So is there any beef between you guys, or is it just...
No, and also I really gotta block that right away. That is against the Dagestanis or anything. I mean, first of all, Bikoev isn't Dagestani, right?
That's true.
So it's just those two guys right now that out of the blue became big talkers and got a little bit hyped from that because it wasn't too expected, I think. And then they both got finished. But it's nothing against Dagestanis, against Russians. This is just because we had the fight against those guys. That he's now back on Twitter talking about Team Shama. I mean, it's him talking about about no Shama and those things, right? So that he gets back right there, it kind of shocks me. But I mean, everybody his own way.
UFC 321. I don't know if you watched it. Have you watched it yesterday?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What did you think of the result of the main event?
Yeah, I mean, it was not fun. It was not nice for both of them. What do I think? I mean, it can happen, I mean, it wasn't on purpose, and it was just very sad for both of them.
But up until that point?
Oh, Gain was feeling it, man. He was doing great. So his movement is so beautiful. His eyes are so sharp. So yeah, I think Aspinall had a tough time finding reach, momentum, and all those things. But it's a heavyweight fight of two great competitors, so the fight was definitely not over. So nothing to say about what would happen in the next 4 rounds.
Yeah, obviously it's MMA. Everything can happen, the takedown and then. But I was just curious.
Yeah.
UFC 322, Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena. I think that's the fight of the rest of 2025. What do you think of that one?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Makhachev. I have not enough information and visuals of JDM and his fighting skills, so I cannot really talk about it. I know he's done beautiful things becoming the champion, right? But I have no idea.
Overall, you are now how old are you? 33?
Yeah.
33 years of age. That was also about when Alex came in, so there is no rush for you, right? But I would say physically you are probably in your prime right now.
For sure.
So you don't want to speed things up, but there is a certain hey, this is my time, this is my momentum. I want to get back in there as soon as possible. How many fights do you want to have next year, and what is your path to the title exactly?
Yeah. So if I can fight every 6 to 8 weeks, it would be perfect. And so that would be the way to the title. I mean, in my head, I would want to win them all. So then it just goes like that, man, climbing the ladder. Also, in my mind, I'm always ready to step up to a fight that falls through. So that could speed things up. But yeah, just be active, train hard, keep developing. Stay active for multiple reasons. So, for staying fit and staying in there, and also to build the momentum for the entertainment side.
6 weeks, every 6 weeks, that's 8 fights a year.
Yeah.
Is that something that you would really want?
Yes, yes.
But could you do it physically?
I've done it before. I've done it in kickboxing. But then again, it means your fight going very smooth. You're not having injuries. So that's why I say, let's say 6 to 8 weeks, because sometimes you need a week off, and that's it. I can't do more than a week off, So let's try and do that.
Another talking point of a lot of people, and I have made this somewhat of a storyline myself to hype you up back in the day, is this guy is 6'5". How does he ever make 185? But you're not that big of a middleweight, are you?
No. I mean, I was talking to Strickland. He's like 30 pounds over me, So, and that's like a big middleweight. So all of them are like that. And I mean, yes, I'm tall, but weight has way more things. I'm lanky, and
Not a lot of muscle.
I'm a lot of muscle, motherfucker, but just not a lot of fat.
So how much do you weigh out of camp?
How much out of camp? I think I get to like 98 kilo max, maybe 99.
So 30-pound cuts, something like this.
No, because that's what I say, max, and then I go down in camp because of the activity already. So yeah, maybe. So you're talking pounds, right? Yeah, around that.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a big cut for not at all. I think some of these guys,
especially with a lot of muscle, because the muscle holds a lot of water. Hey, I got PI right now behind me, motherfucker. So they're telling me I got a lot of water in the muscle. That that's what you cut. So I cut like 10% of body weight in the fight week. That's what they say is the best to do, and very healthy to do. I mean, not very healthy, but not unhealthy. And then I gain a little bit, and I'm ready to fight.
A fight I would really like for you, because this kid has an insane amount of hype. Ateba Gauthier. Have you seen this guy fight?
No. Who?
Ateba Gauthier. This guy is insane. I'll show you later. I'm thinking of him because he is one of these guys that seems to cut insane amounts of weight. Very good kickboxer. That's a fight I would really like to see. You see later. Also, a lot of first-round finishes, by the way.
Is he Cameroonese?
Yeah. He was on the card with Alex, I think.
Yes, he was. Yes.
That's an interesting fight I would like to see.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And overall, I think I'm done with my questions. So I want to thank you for your time. If you have anything to say to the people, the floor is yours.
I said enough.
All right. I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hopefully see you in the octagon soon.
Yes, for sure.